streaming, please.
Yeah, I'll do that.
It's ready. Well done, Derek. Thank you. No sound.
No, stop that.
Stop that.
Did you click share?
Yes, I did.
Do it again. We have a new guy pushing the buttons, Alex. It's okay. No, you have no sound.
All right, guys.
You've got the sound off. That's better.
All right, Derek, away we go. Thank you.
Yo, yo.
Yeah.
How we going, buddy?
Yeah, amazing, man. How you doing?
What's with the accent?
Oh, I don't know. Actually, it's just what I'm feeling tonight. Mate, we've had a couple of weeks off because it's been huge. The Mass DJ, we did well, I didn't do the digital gathering either, but yeah, I had some, what did it have? Some hailstorms and whatnot here. So yeah, the power went out on my event.
That's
How
great.
about you? How did you go? I heard you
Yeah, it
played
was
pretty
great. Had a
quick and
message from
wild.
the master about 15 minutes before the Mass DJ saying, mate, I got no power and good luck with the show.
Listen, thanks to everybody that was involved in that. Alex as well. Yeah, sorry I couldn't be there, but the gods and the Halloween full moon it was, so they didn't allow it. So
Definitely was a
pretty
full
funny
moon.
story, cool story. Maybe next year.
No, it went good though. Everyone put on a good show. I think we got Jamie Lee on a bit later, who was a part of it, and yeah, she had a
Little
cracker of a
Miss
set.
Extreme from Sydney. Yeah,
Yes.
she'll be doing a bit of a behind the fame interview, and we also have one of our little bestie fundraisers. He's the guru compared to us, mate. The Melbourne Shuffle Marathon, 40,000 for the Lighthouse Foundation.
Yes.
Apparently, he's got another one in the woodworks.
Yes. You know, we went after he'd done that shuffle. We're like, you know, what's he going to pull out the hat next time? And man, he's pulled a monster. So
Right, so
it's gonna,
he's we've got him on the show coming up in a moment. Yes.
yeah, he's coming up soon. I think we'll just go over yeah the Mass DJ, which was a it was a success. We only raised like 1,600, but you know that's still going to help people out. So it was good. Then I had a little birthday bash last weekend. Had good old Tiggs come over for celebrate my birthday for the night, and yeah, we had a cracker of a night. He's a great guy. He is. He brought me some presents. He brought me nice necklace. Actually not wear. I should have been wearing it.
Yep.
And some flyers, some old base station flyers, and summer days
beautiful.
flyers, and yeah, no, they're cool.
Well, happy birthday to the Bosse and mate, and Tiggs. He played an amazing show. Actually, I was well impressed with his classic hard trance and sort of bass station set, and then moving to sort of his own sort of sound. So I loved it.
Tell you what, it felt like base station in here. I'll tell you now.
That's awesome. It's
great.
Mate, I got to give a shout out to Nick Fish and Andrew James as well. They played amazingly on the night as well. Nick Fish with his dress up for the Master DJ. His support and everything was just brilliant. So wicked. Mate, we've got Alex Wadelton in the green room right now. Bosse, I think you've got something to prepare and show for us.
Yeah, I do. And
guys, if you don't know, Alex, he was on the project. That's right. He was on the project on the Australian Network TV. And he was brilliant. Bosse's going to show something now, and here he is again on our show. We're so lucky.
So this is his new fundraiser which we're going to be talking about, but it's a monster. It's about epilepsy, which is, I'm sure we'll get into that soon. But if you can chuck that up, Derek.
To a special bear, a bear whose life is dedicated to care. You see, Teddy is a bear that can change lives, a bear that's all about putting smiles on dials. Because he hopes to one day cure epilepsy for the 250,000 Australians who have this brain mystery. He's dressed by Christian Kimber, the 2019 National Designer of the Year. He truly does look like $1 million, that's clear. We know COVID has made times so tough, but epilepsy doesn't go away and can be very rough. So, Teddy wants to find a home with a millionaire, a corporation, a philanthropist, someone who has the money to spare. $1 million will fund care for kids, for families, and for lots of research. That's why he has begun this all-important search. He knows it's a big ask, but he knows he'll find a home that's beautiful. For whoever buys him will have millions of people forever thankful. He's the $1 million teddy bear, the rarest of rare. Let's find him a home to help provide that special care.
Yes, so that's
And shall we please welcome Alex Wadelton? How are you, mate? Pleasure to have you back.
How are you guys?
How we going, Alex?
Good.
Now,
Mate, you're on to some bigger and better things. Obviously, yeah, what you did last time wasn't not enough, hey? So,
well, I always got to try and swing the bat a bit harder each time, don't you? So
wow,
give it
you're really taking a crack of the whip on this one. It's, I honestly, I'm like, I just love the first thing you done. You know that shuffle. Oh, it's probably not your first thing, but you know, just how you brought a bit of fun to the charity raising, and it paid off. So this is just, it's so far out there. I think it's going to work.
Well, when in doubt, I always hit the stupid button.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I mean, it's a thing that's really close to my heart. My daughter,
yes,
has epilepsy.
right.
Yeah, so she came down with it, so it's all basically being inspired by her. Yeah, so trying to sell a teddy bear for me in bucks. Why not? Because I was thinking, I don't know if you know, in Melbourne they have like the cherries, the first box of cherries for the year. They sell to charity. They get like $300,000 or $400,000. So I thought, well, let's see if we can do even more than that.
Hey, well, a teddy bear in designer clothes, like, come on. Yeah, exactly. There's yeah, like I know, like the epilepsy like touched me really big as well in my family, and I understand how it can tear them and their family apart. Like it is just so evil, and
yeah, I saw your post, or the sister's post about the struggle with your nephew, I guess.
Yes,
yeah, it's crazy just how no one really understands what it's about.
No, even the doctors, I don't think.
No. People just, like, I've heard someone saying, like, people think it's the light thing where you get light, but there's so many other causes and issues with it, and it's really, quite hard. And so many people have it. Like when Lila had her first full tonic-clonic, we discovered that it's like 250,000 other Aussies have epilepsy, some form of it, and then you think of all the friends and family of that, like that's, millions of people in Australia are touched by epilepsy.
65 million people in the world have it.
Yeah, right.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's massive.
Wow.
And 3.5% of Australians are going to get it in their lifetime. So that's 3.5% is not a lot, but when you see what it actually does, it's that affects times that by 100. So yeah.
Well, it's very full on. Like the first time Lila had a seizure, it was, I thought she had died. Like I just thought I've seen my daughter die in my arms. Like,
oh my goodness.
And horrendous.
And how often was she having seizures?
Well, she just, because what happened, we were just out for dinner one night and she was mid-conversation, just, full of life, and she just went, and I was like, Lila, are you okay? And she was like this, and she just went,
oh,
fell off her chair, started convulsing on the ground.
What was her age?
6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then, like, she was down on the ground and convulsing for I don't know how long, feels like forever, and then yelling because we were at a restaurant, ambulance to come and stuff, and she just was out, like she was limp. I'm like, I don't know if she's alive. I thought she was dead, and then I could feel the breath though a little bit. So it was a whole sort of stuff. And then my wife was running late. She came and saw obviously Lila on the floor, and we got an ambulance. Another, it's called a tonic-clonic seizure. Is the major one where the whole it's like the power cord's being pulled out and then the convulsion. So she had one, then she had another one in the ambulance, and another one at the hospital.
Was this all in the same night?
Yeah, just one night.
Yeah,
out of the blue. And then I finally got to the hospital later on because I had to take my son back to home and get someone to care for him, and she didn't recognise me. I think at 4 o'clock she said her first word. Like, so we were like, "How is she brain damaged? Like, what's happened? Does she have a stroke? Like, all these things." And then the doctors say, "Oh, I don't know. Some kids just have a seizure. She might not never have another one. So go home."
Well, they say you got to have 2 before they'll actually
diagnose it.
You need to have 2 unannounced episodes.
So a few weeks later, she was just at school and she said she was tired, and so she said to her friend, "I'm just going to have a little lie down." And then 15 minutes later, they found her passed out on the toilet floor with bruises all over her head. So she'd obviously had another.
Oh man, I've got kids myself, and to anyone that's got children, this is just hard to hear. Really, it's just.
And then she had one in the ambulance that time, and then she had some more, and so it was like, well, she's got epilepsy, and then she started making this sound like, this sound that she'd do 40 or 50 times a day, and she'd just be away. Like, oh, is that, I don't know what that is. Is that related? Or a whooping cough went through the school, even though she had all the vaccinations. We thought maybe it's a whooping cough thing. And then she was getting another EEG, and then she made that sound because she was doing like, they do like all these tests. And she did a blowing test, and that she made that sound, and they obviously saw the brain waves, and they said, oh, she's got absent seizures. And like, oh, she's been having 50 of those a day for the last months.
There's so many different levels of seizures. Like, I know my nephew has learnt to stay, not focused, but he stays like with you while he's actually having the seizure. Like, 'cause he's had so many seizures, and he has these ones going, you know, regularly every day, and it's you wouldn't even know it, but it's happening to him, and it's just crazy. Yeah, right. One of the scariest stories I heard was my sister got home one night. I don't know where she was, but she come home to a smashed window and blood all over the house, and she did not know where he was or whatever. But he had an episode. He went through the house window, fully cut himself, nearly died from loss of blood. And an ambulance come and got him and took him, and she knew nothing. But she just walked into, and she actually sent me a video of her walking through the house with all the blood everywhere, and I was just, nah. It's and like, so every episode you have, you're like you're getting brain damage, so it's actually damaging your brain. So
well, then when we heard she was having those absent seizures all the time, we're like, that's not good. So you know, she's on it, and it's also like whenever you get a phone call from the school now, you're like.
You know? And how did you go with the doctors and their prescribing their medication? Because that's another level.
Hardcore pharmaceuticals, and like, can we investigate what's causing it or anything? And you know, we've done a lot of investigating because we've got a lot of allergies and stuff in our family. Because the reason we were at a restaurant, Taco Bill. Don't know if you know Taco Bill.
Of course. Oh my goodness, really?
There we go there all the time because it's lots of gluten-free stuff. Because our son has anaphylactic to wheat, rye, and barley, so they take care of him.
Yep.
Beautiful.
With all these issues. But anyway, so they were always like, just get it straight on the pills. And we're like, well, what about diet? What about, you know, natural therapy with CBD and stuff? Because there's lots of research into that. And they're like, oh, no. You just need to go on the drugs. Just take a big dose. And well, what about all the side effects? There's 5 pages of side effects, all this sort of stuff. So yeah, it's hard. So we're just trying to. That's why doing the fundraiser for Epilepsy Action Australia, because they're really great. They had this great thing for when we registered, you know, that Lila had epilepsy. They sent this beautiful teddy bear, which is where the bear inspiration come from. This cuddly teddy bear, with the E is for epilepsy in Teddy. They sent her one, and she gives him a hug all the time and stuff. And so then, you know, I just thought my brain started ticking because there was nothing to do in COVID. But you know, all the essential services for like epilepsy and stuff, they were all getting shut down as well, just because of COVID. So it was like, well, epilepsy hasn't stopped because we're in lockdown. So like, she went to have more EEGs, but they didn't do the tests properly because they're worried about the breath and stuff. It's like, well, what's the point then? So they were just really amazing people, and they offer like 24 like nurse support lines and stuff. So yeah, I just thought maybe we could try and do a fancy teddy bear and sell it for $1 million because maybe most people are a bit short of cash at the moment, but millionaire philanthropists, they're never short.
Wow, so that's short change, isn't it?
Instead of 1,000 donors was kind of the thought. So fingers crossed, we got a bit of PR hopefully coming up to sort of get it out into the mainstream and see if we can, you know, help Epilepsy Action keep doing all the amazing
that's incredible, Alex,
and do some research and see what we can do to, you know, figure out what it's all about.
Like I'm not afraid to say I've seen CDB oil being used with epilepsy, and I've seen with my own eyes that it doesn't cure it, but it makes it 90% better. Like, ridiculous.
More comfortable, yeah, would you say, boss?
Oh, way more comfortable. I'm talking you can live a life rather than
there's lots of videos on the internet of people who have got the shakes and then they have it, and you can just see them 5 minutes later.
Straight out.
So crazy that this country is so
anti that. Yeah, it's right. Yeah.
Like as usual, we wait for the rest of the world to do anything before we hit the go button. So yeah, that's part of it. It's definitely trying to get, you know, mate. Like, you know, I was talking to you, Bosse, about it, but like in, you know, Olivia Newton-John, obviously going through cancer. but then she's married to an American, and so she starts using CBD and marijuana and stuff, and all of a sudden the process is escalating really quickly. It's going to be legal because of a famous person going through something. Whereas all the little people struggle along, but if you get a face to it.
I reckon you should have put support CDB on the $1 Million Bears.
Yeah, well, that's part of Epilepsy's actions things. We went up to this cannabis thing expo for our daughter like a year and a half ago, and they were there. Carol Ireland, who's a wonderful person, she's the CEO, and she was like, she had all people on stage talking about their experience with CBD and how it's helped their kids and helped their family. And she was even saying, like, if you'd said to her 2 years ago that she'd be like waving the flag for the legalization of CBD, you would have thought it was crazy. But she just has seen all the evidence. Like, it's so much.
It's crazy. It is crazy.
Something, but it's the thing. A big pharma can't make a shit ton of money out of it, so it's natural.
Well,
so it's really hard to navigate that, and the government are so tied into the way they
they have to jump on board eventually, because I mean it's getting ready. It's getting available to people if they want to get it, and it's even to the point where people can actually learn how to do it themselves and all that sort of stuff. So I think, like anything, it's like people vape smoke, and the government's jumping on board with that now. And
there's so much money that could be made off the back of it as well. Like so much, it's humongous in America. We went on a holiday, to Hawaii last year, and we thought we'd just go over there. And it was just everywhere. Like, you get gummy bears at the local corner store.
It's just stupid. And they all know that it actually does. It does help. So it's been proven that it helps, and they're still turning their back to it. So I think after you sell a couple of $1 Million Bears, I think maybe yeah, I think we know what your next thing could be. Because
I just think there's so many things going on in the world. Again, I've tried to do something that's a bit fun.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh, it's fun, all right.
Raise money, make people, like, even if you don't have $1 million, we've got like special bandanas you can buy that have been designed by the designer and stuff that you can buy, and there's all this other merchandise. So.
Yeah, that's crazy, Alex.
You can just learn a bit more about epilepsy and stuff like that. That's all.
Yeah, it's mental health. Like, we've done the Master DJ about mental health, and I know a lot of people with mental health problems and stuff, but the one person I do know with epilepsy, we've all had a little bit of mental health at some stage or whatever, and epilepsy is just another level. It's I can't say it puts mental health to shame, but it's
you just can't live a normal life, can you?
No, you can't at all.
Well, that's what's the hard watch, because our Lala, she's very adventurous and full of life, and she used to love climbing trees, and she can't do that at the moment. Can't go too high because if she has a seizure, it'll hurt it. It's less the seizure, it's the falling. Like if you're going through the glass.
Yeah. You can't drive. You can't drive a car. You can't hold a job. You can't do anything.
Yeah, so it's really hard. So anything we can do to raise a bit of cash and
I think if someone knows a millionaire, or knows someone else that knows a millionaire, and knows someone else that knows a millionaire, like just get it out. One guy will turn around and just how long you're doing this charity for? Like, is it as long as it takes?
Someone drops $1 million on it.
Yeah,
that's a wicked idea. I know a couple of people actually. I might put it to them, actually. They got a couple of businesses over in America, and it's definitely something, a conversation that could come up. Yeah, definitely. So
who knows? You know someone. So you just XDREAM.com. We've just got already a few celebs have shared it. So Tommy Little was sort of jumped on board. Russell Croft has jumped on board, and we've got a few other ones coming up, like Mark Geyer, NRL legend. He has 2 daughters who have epilepsy.
Wow.
And we've also we've got a few other people in the wings as well who are going to share it out. So that's cool. So hopefully we can start to get it into the mainstream. And
well, I know my sister's got it out to Epilepsy Australia now. They've got that on their page, and a couple of other places. So they've got like 65,000 people on there. So hopefully one of them.
We just
need one. Yeah, that's it. It's a great concept.
That's it.
I'm very excited to see how.
It's funny. It's one of the funny things you do. Like, the designer, I used to work with his wife back in 15 years ago. She posted something on LinkedIn. I went, oh, she's doing interesting things. And then I thought, isn't she married to a fashion designer? And then it's like, oh, Christian Kimber, he was National Designer of the Year last year. Oh, his brother has epilepsy too. It's just like,
yeah, it
just does things, you know. So
no, because I can remember asking you when we were doing the Master DJ, we're like, so you know, you've got that gift of the gander. Like, what do we need to do to make this, you know, to give it something? And you put a few ideas in our head, and then Damien was it was on election day in Queensland. So Damien had this idea. He was going to dress up in his undies and put a chef.
Not about. I was at Halloween. Was that
Halloween outfit
with a couple of mates just at the voting polls?
And the Domino's pizza bloody thing going
just
over.
Raise awareness, and this is because with that conversation that we had. I was like, what can I do differently? So hats off to you on this enormous bloody idea, and it's amazing. So I think everybody should think outside of the box like yourself is doing. The Melbourne Shuffle Marathon was amazing, and this is next level. So it's great. So fingers crossed. We'll put the word out there.
Like, it really means a lot, and it's
your daughter, so it's
great fun. And Nick Fish was hilarious.
Oh, wasn't he?
And we've got to say thank you for Mr. Sam Hopgood, because we're looking to do more work with him in the future. The effort that he put involved to Twitch and his overlays, and he was just a true professional. He was to work with, he was a credit to him. Yeah.
Well, and Sam actually, he did the voice record and audio for the ad that we just did as well with Nadine Garner, who's the best chick going around. So she did the voiceover for free.
Really?
Yeah, that's great.
Sam mixed down. It's just,
what a legend! Awesome.
Great man.
That's great.
Well, thanks very much for coming on, Alex. Anytime you've got a new charity going, you know where to come, and we'd love to have a chat.
Or if you want to give us an update as well in the future,
definitely.
Just how things are going, that would be, that'd be great. We'll just pump it up before Christmas and things like that. If things are still working their way up, so that's a good time to do it as well. So all the best. Thank you for being on our show. Listen, you're on the project, you know what I mean? So for coming on for us.
You're also on Nova, weren't you? And Channel 7 as well?
Yeah. I think I'm going to be on the project again in a few weeks for my second book's coming out. So you'll see my big nose on TV.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you as always. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Keep all the best. Yeah.
See you later, Alex.
Thank you. Cheers.
Oh, God. What an inspiration, huh?
He just does charity after charity, fundraiser after fundraiser. So, he's in our 40s. He's in his 40s like ourselves. He's got children, and I really think it just means something to do something else in your life that's special. So to give back. So, yeah, the guy's as you said, an inspiration, and definitely he's slaying it. He's killing it. Just he's leading the light in. I look at myself when I see those sorts of things and go, oh, I could do a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, look, we had a good crack for our first one. We sort of we sort of got a bit inspired by Alex. Start with, so we had high expectations, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of work to
It does, and the network, there's a lot of pieces and parts that go into it, and shout out to Cal and Dave and Chris and Kelly and everyone that was on board for it. So, all the DJs. So, even Andrew James is looking to do a fundraiser as well, and Nick Fish mentioned also last year that he did a fundraiser raising $5,000 for mental health. So, it's out there, and it's good that more people are doing it, and especially during these times, because mental health is it's sort of grown some, suicide rate, all that sort of stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah. So a couple of other things that was about it. So epilepsy, it's not a lifetime sentence for some, so you can actually outgrow it. So there is hope for people that do get it, and 65 million in the world have it, but 80% is in developed countries, so that might say a bit as well.
Wow. Listen, I want to give a couple of shout outs to Brooke, Dave. You're a legend, mate. Hope everything's going well with you. Christian, Bosse, your brother, mate. And we've got Kay. Golden was on the line, and I think there was Kimmy as well. So thank you for being a part of the show and checking it out. All for Alex. It's amazing. So we might just check in, Bosse. We've got our special guest behind the fame. Listen, I spoke to her last night, DJ XDREAM. She was at their footy. She's at Coogee tonight watching the NRL State of Origin, Queensland versus New South Wales. Actually, she'll give us an update of what the scores are because I have no idea at the moment. So halftime entertainment is coming up. Bosse, I think you've got some sort of next level sort of video,
Yes.
bit of inspiration music-wise that you saw with some basically technology, isn't that right?
It is technology. So it's called, let me just get this up. So it's called XDREAM. It's a technology using generating electromagnetic fields.
Mm-hmm.
With your hands and the heat pretty much coming off. So you got two antennas. You got a vertical and a horizontal, and one does the pitch, and the other one does the tone and volume. So you can move your fingers a bit like this, and it's you just got to watch it. It's just amazing. So,
all right, we might go
full screen there, mate.
With that, and check this out, people.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
What do you think of that? Is that
mate? It's very out there. Chilled. I love it. Seeing something like that live on stage. Dude, technology in the future, like I just don't know where it's going.
So they actually just sell them on the internet.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So there's lots of virtual stuff coming in. Lots of what do you call it? Little lasers and radars and stuff that you can get little rings that do sorts of things. Whatever. I've got a MIDI 3D fighter that you can turn and whatever, and it just does filters and echoes as you move it around, plus your drum pad on it. So, but this, yes, I've seen some videos with some DJ, basically huge big glass screen where you're just moving the sliders up and stuff.
Yep.
It's you won't you need the knobs and dials, and I suppose that's why we all buy hardware, to because it is better. But listen, in 5-10 years it's going to be a different world, let me tell you.
Oh, definitely.
A very different world.
So
listen, shout out to Andrew James, because he was obviously he heard Alex, and he's done to do his charity. We'd love to know more about your event and your fundraiser coming up, Andrew. So, mate, if you want to get on the podcast again, please do so. Yeah. Bosse, that reminds me a lot of craft work back in the day. Those sort of beats and elements and stuff. Can you imagine pendulum? That reminds me. Maybe I could bring something. I found a Kita video that I showed a couple of mates, like my besties, and it's unbelievable. So I might even actually.
You didn't actually post that up on. Didn't you post that on Facebook?
For your birthday, I showed a bit. Yes, yeah. Well, you know. Yeah. So not everyone would have seen it, and I want to put this on the archives on YouTube because it's phenomenal. We're using it's Pendulum versus Linkin Park versus who else? Knife Party, that sort of groove. So live guitarists, vocalists, live drummers. They're using machine for their melodies and stuff, and the voice. It's just cool as. So it's next level pendulum, and it's called it's by Muse, and it's fantastic. So I might play that in a sec. But
by Muse,
you got something? Yeah. Well, it's Muzz, M-U-Z-Z. If I
okay.
Yep. So right. I'll bring that up in a sec. But do you have some? I thought you had some dancing or some.
I've got. So World Championships dancing.
Yeah.
From 1979, like the year I was born. Pretty much the year you were born as well.
78, mate. Right.
So this is the best dancers in the world battling off for the world title. So I'll play that, and I will share that with you, Derek. Bit behind the times here. Here we go. Chuck that up.
may cause discomfort and trigger seizures for those with photosensitive epilepsy. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm going to find the promised land.
Oh my lord.
How times have changed, Dave.
Life.
Tough as duck's nuts. That's a Razer computer, guys. No MacBook Pro there. Check it out. Yeah, check this out. Yeah, Razer computer, gaming computer they're using. There's no MacBook Pros.
Is that what you're using, Damien?
Just type me in, mate. Just type in the thing. I can't hear you. Cheers.
Watch out. They are coming to fight
you. Check this out, people. Already about there, if I'm correct. Tune alert.
the place that we started. Show me what you love that you got it. A little piece of who we were before when you were back. I don't wanna see it before. I don't wanna settle for the past anymore. I don't wanna find the same vibe that I do. I don't wanna know what kind of love with you.
How's that production?
It's this riff I love. Oh my god. Yeah, that's so not shit at all. But I listen, DJ Breeze played this on his set on the weekend for the space, so check it out. Probably around here. I think so. See, that's the Linkin Park feel, but it's also very much Skrillex. Yes, you know, it's got that dubstep sort of vibe with Pendulum, which is just incredible, if you ask me. Shout out to you, Book Ryan. This is Muzz. This is my latest jam.
Entertainer, clouds then puff, dissipate in the laser. We can glow sparks, enough art to blaze. Listen up, walking through the tunnel and it's danger. No lights, the dark entertainer. Clouds then puff, dissipate in the laser. We can glow sparks, enough art to blaze. Listen up. From the cradle to the urn. They tried to tell me exercise, but patience wait my turn. Fake concern when these pagans finna learn. Paradigm shift, but people about to watch it burn, man, a renegade. Vagrant to the core, pollution at its peak, watch as nature settle scores. Extinction level 20, fuck a penny for your thoughts. For the many, not the few, 4% a thing of law.
But I got to bring it back. Got to bring it back. But I just got to. This is what I do with my mates. So I'm just going to do this as if I was just talking to my friends. Like, you got to, like, seriously, you got to check. You got to check this bit out and this do. Ready? It's the intensity. Pendulum versus Skrillex. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to you, Trent McDermott. I want to play this at Cryol. This is my opening set. This is what I want to play. These 2 tracks. Scratching the hell out of it. Hard Trench Reunion or not? Come on.
Run for your fucking life.
And we're going to quickly go drive back to my fave. And I know I've just done this, but I don't care because check this out. Check it. I'll post it in the link. I don't care, but I love it. Come on. Come on. When you hear everything twice, it's better.
How fucking cool would it be being the drummer right there.
Dizzy, eat your heart out, mate. All right, we might leave it there. That's my share screen over somehow, and yeah, back to the Neverland. That was fucking excellent, if I do say so myself.
So Queensland is winning 12-6. Brooke Hunters, let us know. There we go.
Thank you very much. Yes, Brooke Hunter and Brooke Ryan, thanks for joining. And I think she just said she was just saying, who was it? Sleep Weavers or somebody? Sleep makes waves. Yeah. So yeah. So thanks, Brooke.
Sleep makes waves.
She loves her drum and bass too. But shout out to you, Dizzy. Check that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, bro.
We
Yeah, I
actually
found
are
that the
going
other
out to
night.
London again tonight, so hopefully a few of those cats get aboard of that.
Yeah, Dylan, you messaged me and said, "Oh, watch that track." And I said, "Sorry, mate, you missed your phone call. I was on the show that night, and I was on the plonk, and we were gonna get low, get down low, and listen to that, but you missed out." And
Too late now. Now everyone knows.
it's on the podcast.
That's the famous last words, isn't it? Every time he asks, it's on the podcast, buddy.
It is. It is. Listen, Jamie Lee, DJ XDREAM. I've known her for a long time. She's played for about 8 years for Hard Candy in Melbourne. She's also done a bit of touring. I think she's, well, would you say a swimsuit model? I'm not sure, Bosse, but she's a bit of a model as well as she's a bloody epic DJ. I think she worked.
Entertaining to watch, that's for sure.
She is. She dressed up as Batman on the mask DJ.
I got to ask her about those first 5 minutes. You know, the opening of the set. She walked in like a homeboy, and you could just say she like goes. She's like this, and then she just rips it off, and then off she goes. But she held herself back well.
Listen, she's here now. Let's bring her on. Shout out to you, XDREAM from Sydney.
Hi everyone.
Hey, how you going?
Hey, lovely. What's going on?
Nice, just kicking back, watching the footy.
How's that going for you?
Such a fun boy.
What is it, 12-6 at the moment, is it?
Yeah, Queensland. I actually go for Queensland, even though I live in Sydney. But, when I grew up in Canberra, Raiders were dominating, and half of the Raiders were playing for Queensland back when I was growing up. So I started going for them really young, and you can't change. So
no, you can't.
Yeah, right. I suppose you were very happy last week then.
Oh, yeah, they got dominated. Hey, but we dominated first game, so that's all right.
No. Oh, sorry. I meant So this is game 3, is it?
Yeah.
Ah, right. Okay. So cool. Wow. Okay, it's been 2 weeks since then. Yeah. Okay. The goat went missing for a little bit, but I do remember.
I think they're playing every week at the moment.
Yeah, they are. They do it every week in a row. But
it used to be 2 weeks, I thought. But
okay. I think it was 2 weeks. James.
I swear it used to be, but now.
I was going to bet on Queensland, and it was like 11-1, and I'm spewing I didn't because they bloody slayed it, and I was like, God damn it.
100 on.
I'm totally not up to terms
$10
with the New South Wales and Queensland ball game. Is it called footy or?
Yeah,
Rugby league, dude.
Rugby league, okay.
Fuck these Melbourneites.
So how have you been, Jamie? Like, how's the Masked
life?
DJ? Yeah, well, we'll start with the Masked DJ, I think. You put on a great show. Whoa.
Thank you. It was so much fun.
Yes. The start was very entertaining. Your homeboy. Were you trying to be a boy or?
I was trying to look like a boy, so no one would guess who I was. Like big hoodie and my mask, and then I was trying not to dance because usually I'd be like, and just like feeling the music, but I was just like.
You totally look like a girl trying to be a boy. That's for sure.
Trying to just look like a random dude, and not someone that's just so intense with the music like I am. So yeah, it was really hard. And then when I watched back, it looked like I couldn't see because of the mask I was wearing. It just looked like I was going, and I couldn't see either. So I knew I couldn't wear it for long anyway. But yeah.
Did you have fun with it? Yeah, you look like you were having fun.
I hope that people were guessing wrong because I didn't get to see.
No one knew at the start.
Yeah.
No one knew at the start. It was yeah, well,
that was the plan, wasn't it?
That was the plan. After that, I think about 5 or 10 minutes into it, it was a bit of a giveaway, but
yeah, there was no. Do you know how hot that thing? I couldn't see. It was hot. I was just like, yeah, no.
Oh, I do know. I actually went the whole set wearing my mask, and yeah.
What?
Wow.
I dance pretty hard. Do you dance hard?
Not like you, no. But I actually cut a hole. I'll cut a hole where the mouth was so I could breathe a bit.
And Jay, you said you held back from the dancing as well.
Yeah, I do. Like, it's a bit different when I'm like on stage seeing people's energy compared to like just here in my tiny little lounge room.
It's hard. It's a lot harder.
I might bump the table here, and yeah, so I just had to like dance in my little space, all weird and shit.
Yeah, was that like your first stream you done? Was it or?
No, I've done heaps.
So you've done heaps of streams.
Streaming like for years, even like because me and like playing at DEF CON, like I'd stream my sets from there and stuff. Like I've been streaming way before COVID.
So what platform was that? That was your first Twitch one, was it? Or
that was the first Twitch one I've ever done.
So how did you do the others?
The other was just Facebook Live, and before all the rules came in, and before all of that shit. So it was easy then. Like it didn't matter. Yes. And yeah, God, it was fun. Just being able to like not have to set up too much crazy shit, but be able to share the people that couldn't come to DEF CON and stuff to be able to just go live and they could watch it from wherever they were. Like,
did you always have people there in the room with you while you were doing those streams though? Like in the beginning before COVID?
Oh, it's just when I did like my home one.
Yeah.
No. My DEF CON ones were like actually at DEF CON and stuff. But my live streams during COVID, that was just me like, but I had my phone on. So I was doing it from my phone so I could see. And because I was just pumping it so loud so the sound was good, and then just like reading comments and trying to like, so it kind of felt like people were here because I was interacting with people from seeing what they were saying and stuff because I don't have a mic and stuff. But But yeah, no one was here. It was just me getting loose by myself.
Loose. You haven't changed a bit. You're hilarious.
So New Year's Eve, we have Trans Central coming up.
You.
And excited about that. That's a massive lineup.
It gets to another vinyl set, which I love. Vinyl has my
You
heart.
slayed that. I must admit, you slayed that vinyl set. I was well surprised. I was like, oh, she's playing a vinyl. I didn't expect it, and you did so well. The tunes were brilliant. The tunes were brilliant, and so the mixing and everything you were on, I was like, oh god, she can still do it. Like,
there's quite a few.
It's been so long for myself. I don't know if I could have done it as well as yourself. So you, put on a good show.
Yeah, vinyl's definitely a lot different than.
Isn't it?
A lot different.
Now. And I just have to be careful not to dance too hard, and like when I take stuff off, I'm just like.
See, if I played a vinyl set, I've forgotten about that until you just mentioned that, Jay.
I
was like,
please don't. Just be careful. Don't dance while you're taking this off.
I remember all that shit. I forgot about it until you just mentioned it.
And then you get some fluff, and you're like.
Oh, fluff on the needle. Some belly fluff, belly button fluff. What was I saying? Okay, so before pre that, what were you doing? You were doing your live shows and stuff like that. You visited Hard Candy, and tell us more about your sound as well.
So through the years or right now?
Pre-COVID, please.
Okay, so so pre-COVID, playing at Massive almost every week. Massive sells out pretty much every week. We get 1,000, 2,000 people. It is wild. The lights, everything. Massive is growing so much because I remember when it first started like 11 years ago, and there was like 5 Massive residents, like me, Steve, Yoshi, Sway, and Pulsar. Yeah. And then it just grew and grew and grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. And now it's like 11 years later, and it's
lived up to its name. It's lived up to its name.
Oh, hard. Like 11 years later, like every single weekend, it's either sellout or, 1,000, 2,000 people there. And now, there's 2 huge rooms, and there's like lots of back-to-back. So there's always like 30, 40 DJs on like every lineup. And it's just wild. It feels like home, like because I've been playing with the boys for so long. They like feel like my bros. And
nice.
it's just home, and it's just so big now. Like the lights and the visuals and the smoke cannons, but like everything. It's 100% the best club in Australia, like no doubt.
Wow.
Wow, that's a big call. But
easy.
Really, that's sick, Jay.
Weekly, like every single week, it's that good. Do you know what I mean?
So
like,
you get 2,000 people there every week?
Every week.
Really? And it's a nightclub?
Every week sells out. Almost every week there's an international. Like, it's wild.
So it's pretty much big bass every week.
Yeah, it sounds like Base Station all over again. And see how they got their crew together and Yoshi and Jay and who else did you say? Yoshi and Pulsar, is it? Yeah, Pulsar.
Yeah,
I remember
Pulsar
those.
and Sweat. Yosh doesn't play anymore.
Yep.
Sometimes on the reunion nights.
Yes.
But yeah,
Okay.
me, Sway, Pulsar, and Steve are still like
Right.
the OGs.
The residents.
We're still there.
The OGs, love it, love it.
And then
Shout out to you, Jacko, if you're watching this. He will love it because he knows you very well, Jamie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes Toby will play, sometimes Nick will play, sometimes Yoshi will play. But yeah, we're there like every week, like it's still just home for us. You know what I mean?
That's
It's
great.
been so long, but it's still.
So
just
when
as
were you doing
exciting
these
as the start.
when were you doing these 1,000, 2,000 bloody gigs? When was the last one? Was it January or was it
January? Because I
Far
went
out.
to Bali in February. Luckily, I got
Wow.
a good overseas trip this year, and
Yep.
then I got
That's fine.
back, and like I get sick a lot when I travel. I don't know, just after plane rides, it usually happens to me. So
Yeah.
I got sick, and then I had to quarantine and shit. Had to go get tests and blah blah blah. And then so I had to cancel on the gig I had for when I got back. So yeah, I haven't played since January.
Mm-hmm.
Hurts my heart.
Oh, wow.
I have played a sit down event a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, how'd that
everyone's
go?
Yeah, it's good. You know, everyone's like sitting down. It's like,
You didn't have to sit down, did you? I hope not.
I would die if I had to sit down. Like literally, I couldn't. Nah, I couldn't. But yeah, a few people were standing up and stuff, and luckily the dude wasn't there all the time. So I was like, you guys are never gonna get a gig here again. Like we're all standing up. This is fucking loose. Like but it was okay. And there's still been more. But yeah, the vibe's just not the same. Like I feed off, like dancing's my biggest passion in the world. Like I feed off people dancing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a bit like.
So have you been in keeping in close contact with nightclub? Is it Massive? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there any talk on when that's going to be like relaunching?
No, I'm dying to know. It's killing my soul. I know as soon as.
Come on, give us some hot tips from Stevie. Let's go.
Okay. So
Go.
Massive, like, you know, if there's only 500 people there, it looks like empty.
Of
like
course.
it's big, you know, and
So
I guess
in terms of Melbourne clubs, how big is it? Like compare it.
Bigger than Chasers if it's doing 1 to 2,000. So Chasers does about 1 to 1,200
almost
people.
Billboards. I feel like it's bigger than Billboards because it's got
Wow.
the 2
Yep.
rooms. So the main room would be probably a little bit smaller than Billboard's room, but then we've got the second room which still has like 500 or something.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So it's
What about in terms of the Palace?
Oh, the Palace. Oh god, that was a.
Have you played there?
I got
Yeah,
to
really?
play there once.
Wow.
Through Jason, yeah, through Jace.
Yeah.
Midway. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I
I
remember
was
that.
like
Yeah.
a baby then.
Yes, you were. Yeah.
When that pallet, those
I
big
can,
bases.
I can
that
barely
was-
remember it. I remember.
You would have done the main room, yes, definitely. They wouldn't have put you on the.
Yeah.
side. Yeah. Cool.
It was wild. I've only got like kind of flashes of it because my
Just a
memory
big-
is shocking.
Just a big stage, drop off, and then the crowd. Yeah, very, sort of like
And the
Billboard, but not.
balcony?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, there was a lot of things going on in that palace.
Mm. They were
so
but they-
mad because like was it the week? I don't know if it was the week before or if it was like the next year that I went there or something. But then that was like Susie Quattro at the Palace, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that must have been like a year later. I'm like, I fucking played there. That's sick. Like Susie Quattro and she's
I
playing
think
there.
the Beatles played there back in the
Huh?
day. I'm pretty sure the Beatles played there.
Yeah, it's really. That's amazing. That's
I'm
so
pretty
fucking
sure.
cool.
Don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure they did.
History. Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
So much
Cool.
fun. I wish I just had a bit more recollection of it, but yeah.
well, when you
Or
do, when you,
photos at least. Why didn't I like take more photos? You know what
I'm
I mean?
exactly the same.
Did
And
you
when
ever
you
think
do,
that you're like, oh,
yes. Did you keep all your flyers? Because I bloody didn't. Or I've had different
oh,
relationships
you
and
haven't?
stuff.
Yeah, no, I've got boxes of
Oh, that's
flyers and
sick.
shit. I've been like meaning to scrapbook forever. And during COVID, like the first 4 weeks, I was like just being a fat fuck, just drinking wine, eating burgers, and doing nothing. And then I finally got this like, all right, I bought more vinyl, I bought new turntables, I bought a new mixer, and I'm like, fuck it, he's on. I started mixing every week, and then I started doing live streams, and then I was like pumped, and I was like gonna start doing my scrapbooking and my blah blah. And then work called me, and they're like, oh, we're going back. I was like,
really?
It was only 5 weeks. I only got 5 weeks off. I shouldn't complain, but still, I was like, I just found my mojo to like start actually doing shit. Because you know how everyone, you know, it was a bit of panic at first, so everyone just didn't. Everyone drank too much and ate too much or whatever. And then I just started to turn it around, and then fucking back to work it goes.
Yeah, and where are you working up there? Is it retail?
Yeah, so I manage a bikini store on Bondi Beach.
Of course you do.
Mad vibe, chill. It's so good. I love it. My view is literally just the beach.
Yes.
Oh,
and
terrible.
Where no one social distances. Yeah, is that the one?
So you need to get onto your boss and say, I think you can bring in some customers by bringing your turntables into work.
Yeah,
on Bondi Beach, like, come on.
Have you?
To scare them away, or
Oh right, okay, yeah.
I do get to play my own music at work, which is the best thing ever. Like,
that's really cool.
I don't play my stuff; it's a bit too hard. I just play more like trance and early dance and stuff. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's a good vibe for those sort of places. Anyway, I find, you know, you walk into a nice beachside surf shop or something, and they're playing some cool music. It
creates a vibe.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you walk in, you feel chill, you feel like you want a cocktail, and you want to buy some swimmers. And I think I can be convincing, so.
I'm sure you could. Oh, nice.
Excellent. Hey, go for it. Wicked. Listen, I want to thank you for being on the Masked DJ. Oh, it's a phenomenal set. Really good. Wicked after Mr. Fish. Yeah, what did you think of Fish?
I wish I got to see his set. I love him. He was.
Did you see what he was? What he dressed up as?
I seen like a short video. I think he might have posted after. I was like, yes, damn,
it's true.
Gold.
He had he's got more balls than I will ever have to do that sort of shit. I'd never do that. Rocky Horror Show.
Character and like start moving.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
He done the full Rocky Horror Picture Show, and he talked like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. He was really good. So Jamie, we were speaking. Nick and I were speaking beforehand, right? And we were talking about because I said to Nick, "What are you wearing?" Because I'm not gonna, make sure you don't do this. And so he's like, "Oh, I haven't really decided." So we're going through some tunes. I'm like, I was gonna play Thriller, Michael Jackson, and we were talking Mask. And I'm like, "All right, you're a big cat. Let's not just pick the same guy because I was to do Boris Brescia, right?" So and then so then he I said, "So what are you thinking of doing?" So his idea, he said to me on the phone, shout out to you, Nick, he's like, "I might try and confuse the audience, and I might like dress up as Jamie Lee before Jamie Lee." And I was like, "You funny bastard, isn't he a legend?"
Was he dressing like me? Did he think?
No. So that's no. He did the Rocky, so he went a different angle, but he was done it. No, you don't look like that, right? But his idea was to dress up as you before you played. So then people.
That would have been amazing. He should.
Oh my god, yeah, but he did the Rocky.
His background was a bit of a giveaway though.
Like a long wig and I don't know. He just a black dress or something. I don't know.
It was amazing.
That would have been so funny if he just like watched one or two of my videos and just started like just dancing like me.
He would have got a black long wig and just oh my goodness, got his boobs out and whatever else he was wearing. Holy shit, it was funny as. Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. No, I only seen like a tiny bit of it, and I was like, damn, I wish I was able to watch it, but I had like just got back from home from work. I was like, okay, quickly get dressed, quickly have some drinks, quickly set this up, quickly, and then it was like on. so I didn't get to watch it. Damn, I would have loved to.
I recorded all the sets and I went back and recorded yours. So what I did was I went back to Twitch because I missed it because my power went out, right? So I didn't get to play. So I went back and in the last week, because on Twitch you get to see it stays on there for 14 smoking. Really? You've changed.
Just vaping. I was really.
I get told off all the time for it. Don't worry.
I was like, actually, now I remember you used to smoke once or twice. Yeah, cool story. But
even a drink. But yeah.
So so I went back and watched all the sets and recorded. Like basically, I went to Twitch and I screen recorded them. So if the music got muted, then I wasn't able to do it. But I recorded. I got all yours. I got Nick's, and
I don't think none of yours got muted. I don't think.
No, I
didn't. All right.
So
I've got that, and I was just going to post it the next couple of weeks and just keep on throwing out there to keep the Master DJ alive. And if you need it, I will just upload it to you. And so got that and Nick's and stuff. So if you ever want to watch it, so
yeah, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, Nick's is entertaining for sure. His whole way, he's on the mic, he's dancing,
coming up to the camera, doing all these sorts of little numbers, and
I'm surprised he didn't have the whipped cream out like it was.
I love it.
Yeah,
I can imagine he just would have gotten into it, like when you got that on, you just become like a different person.
He did.
He's envision it.
I never knew he did such a thing. Like I've known him for years DJing, and
I've been watching him for years, and I have never did not expect that.
But it suited him so well that was so awkward. But yes, he was really good at it.
Good. I love it. No, I've seen some fun, like, dress up fish stuff, but more like
have you?
Just like Easter and stuff, like not
Gets into it by the sound of it. I didn't know that. Oh my goodness. That's mad. So, let's go talking about dress ups. You've got a number of things that you get dressed up in, and tell us why you do it, behind it, why you put so much energy into it. A lot of other DJs and female DJs don't do it; they just rock up and play. What do you like about it?
I thought like even just generally, if I'm going out, even if I'm not playing, like I like to. I don't know. I've always loved having like a bit of an edgy style and like a different look.
Yep.
It's not for any reason. It's because I like it. Like I like it. And I was trying to think before, like what has made me come to this style, like what has made, like why. And the only thing I can think of that represents it, that really kind of fits a bit more, is me being just a mad pro at Mortal Kombat. I literally think it's like the Mortal Kombat chicks and their outfits and their gloves and boots and like mad warrior dominating chicks that, like, I feel like that's kind of had a play on who I ended up being. I don't know. I've always loved
it's definitely working for you. So keep doing it. Keep doing it.
If I wear like jeans and a t-shirt, I don't wear jeans and a t-shirt. Like, if I wore jeans and a t-shirt, I would feel like a phony. Like I do, even just every day. If I'm going to shops, like I'm not wearing this, but like I'm definitely not wearing a fucking t-shirt, like, or just a normal tank, a white tank. Like, I don't know. I've just always liked like the edgy look. It's just me. Like I just
it is.
Here we are, Damien. They're both sitting here in our black t-shirts. I'm starting to feel like I need to get something else on.
It's part of your creativity, though. It's part of your creativity, I think, Jay, that it extends past your music and also into
it's all part of the entertainment. I think it's great. So have you got anything coming up? Besides New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve with Transcentral, obviously that's like a ticketed live stream event.
Have you recorded that already, or
no?
Okay.
I need to, because I was, for a little while, like the laws were getting relaxed, and I was like, maybe this might end up being like a real event, and so I didn't do it then. And
look how excited you get.
A real event.
So then, I haven't done it yet. I really need to get my shit together and go into the studio and get it done. So no, I haven't, but I really need to, because it's only like 6 weeks away now.
That's
like,
not long.
But,
so what What studio? Sorry. Okay, finish that question first. Sorry.
Besides that,
Yep.
the only other like next gig I have at the moment, like that I know of, is on the 1st, so January 1st. It's another sit down event where I'm playing more hardstyle, like hardstyle and raw, so more on like the harder side. But,
and raw. Can you explain that to us, Melbourneites? Or and raw, hardstyle. So, all right. There's a thing called raw. Is there? Please educate us.
yeah. Okay. Raw is
Harder than hardstyle.
Harder than hardstyle. So yeah, it's like it's instead of like the because some of the hardstyle still has like reverse bass and
yes,
it's got more thud and like more feel and more reverse bass and the kicks and stuff. Raw is just like.
Is that the hollow bass line?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
How's it go? How's it go?
Yeah. Yeah. Do it again. Is that what you sound like? Jesus Christ, that's hilarious.
I can't do it.
Was it?
But there's some really good raw, and then
is there?
Some of it's just noisy as fuck. Like I would not like to go to it like 12 hours of it. No, but some of it's fucking mad.
What
kick changes and
what beat per minute is it running at?
Is it 140, 140? The tempo.
What BPM is it?
160.
Wow!
Holy shit! Wow! So it's faster than hardstyle, and it's
It's harder than happy hardcore.
155, 160.
Wow!
Some of it's sick and still has some good gated kicks and stuff, and then it'll like change because it changes so much. So the really good raw DJs will have so much diversity within one track, and then there's some that's just like sounds the same the whole way through. So that's the stuff that I can't handle like a whole night over a whole set of. Like I love going a bit everywhere, you know what I mean? So
sure.
I love a bit of reverse and then like a gated kick and then like a tonking kick, which I'm not gonna make a impression of again. And, you know what I mean? Like I love a bit of everything. I love diversity. Yeah.
I think that's happening more and more in sets these days as well. Cause
hard.
Yeah,
really hard. Like I'm even playing some hardcore now, like in my sets, which I never thought I would, but like Anger Fist and Mad Dog.
Holy shit, you're going that angle. Are you serious?
Their melodies are so, it's like hard, it's basically just like hard trance, just a bit faster.
No, it's shitload faster. Right.
I will show you.
No, I've got friends that they stream me from Skype over bloody in the Netherlands, and he's like, "Have you seen this Angus dude?" And I was like, "Holy dooly!" The melodies are wicked, right? But then
and then some of it's just like fast reverse bass. It's still like
it is
still
so,
like
that's 190 easy.
At the end of his sets, but most of it's like he kind of starts 160, 170.
And then
wow,
but it's huge over there. They love it. I thought you do.
I thought I didn't. I was like, what is this fucking shit? Like mask and shit. You know what I mean? And then I seen him for the first time at EDC in Vegas in 2017, and I was like, yes! And I was like, this dude it's basically just for hard reverse bass with huge big melodies. I was like, why the fuck didn't anybody tell me how good this was? I thought it was just going to be some crazy shit. It was like amazing.
Wow.
Like
wow. So it must be better in live in person, like when you're there.
It's so good. Like any gym session I do, which isn't very often, but when I do, like if I'm on a treadmill, it's Anger Fist and Mad Dog, like because their melodies, and it's the perfect running tempo, and the melodies get me, and it's so good. Like it's way better than I thought when I first experienced it. Yeah, really changed.
So you're playing that now?
Only a couple of tracks, like I like to start like reverse bass, hard style. Chuck in like an old school classic or two, bit of euphoric and some raw, and then maybe end on like a hardcore one or two, and then sometimes go back to early, but whatever I'm feeling and whatever the crowd vibe is, whatever. But I love playing a little bit of everything. Generally, it would be just like hard style with big melodies and like a lot of good reverse bass kicks. But then if I'm not playing too early and I get to be a bit creative, then I'll go a bit everywhere, which is really fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So What was my question? So it's definitely so you're not playing records with that kind of music, are you? It's all
No.
yeah,
That's
sure.
just like, you know,
Yeah.
all
That's all the new
weekly,
stuff.
the weekly gigs. Like,
Yep.
yeah, no, my records are my babies. I love it. They're
Yeah,
all mostly
right.
just hard trance and early hardstyle.
Yeah.
So the early
Well-
stuff, like the early Techno Boy and early Prophet, and
yes.
Chameleon Boy and Showtech and
Zany and whatever else. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Donkey
Oh.
Rollers.
Oh yeah. That was they were
Yeah.
all huge in Melbourne. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
That was pretty much. You just pretty much said the whole scene right there.
That's it.
That.
In our life.
Oh god.
You need to know.
That's all you need to know. Listen, thank you very much for then playing a classic set for us because I'm very into that. You know, there's a lot of hard trances in Melbourne and Bay Station days, so that was a perfect fit. And to get you, obviously, since you don't play that, you did, you know, went out on a whim for us, and I really appreciate that. And it was also on record, so that's nuts. So awesome.
Thank
you heaps.
I had a lot of comments.
I do play hard trance a bit, like,
Do you?
but I don't get to very often. Not at clubs or anything. Besides, Caleb used to run these rehab parties like just once or twice a year, and they were all just hard trance, and so good.
Sounds like you need to head back down to Melbourne every now and then, because they still love it down here.
Yeah, they love it. I think that's why I still play there every now and then.
Yeah.
So Steve and Massive and the whole franchise, they're all Pulsar and Yosh, they're all playing Hardstyle now. Like, is that you and the crew? And
Yosh isn't really playing
yeah,
anymore.
playing anymore. Yep.
Sway, Steve. Steve's still doing a lot of other stuff too, like still doing some hard dance stuff and still doing some like UK stuff as well, which is mad. Sway and Pulsar are doing they still have their own sound, but it's definitely turned into hardstyle a bit. But they've still got their old sound that if you went to Daydreams 10 years ago, and now you'd still feel that connection. And I think that's like the same with me. Like if you see me play 10 years ago at Daydreams or wherever, and then now you would still be able to feel the passion and the same kind of vibe. Yeah. It's like, yes, music has progressed and changed a bit, but we've still kept our own sounds, which is so important. We haven't morphed into fucking someone else.
Definitely
we still have our own sounds, but within it. So
and I still when I'm searching for tracks now, you're still searching for that, that glimpse of something from 10 years ago. Just that little sound,
or that,
and you get those little tingles, and it's like,
or a good gated kick, where I'm just like,
Look at you go, good gated kick. Yeah, Jesus, Jay, that's awesome. Well done. Listen, your career's been amazing. We'd like to get you back on the show to talk about more of your overseas stuff, and probably towards December or next year. So when things are lining up, and people want to know about you for sure. So it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jamie.
Go Queensland.
What's the scores? Do we have an update?
It's off. It's off and on silent. It's in the other room. Otherwise, it'd be like.
Someone will give us an update.
We'll give an update. We'll give an updates. The viewers were giving us updates before. So,
but listen, I'll speak to you offline, Jay. We'll have another meeting and stuff. And listen, you've been amazing. Your career's been amazing, and since I've known you from day one, you've just skyrocketed forward. So, hats off to you. You've got a good crew with Massive, and I wish you all the best for 2021. That's where it's going to be at. So,
it's coming.
Good
back.
luck with your studio. Where are you going to record your set for Dread Central?
So there's a warehouse in Sydney that we do. It's like proper big, like mad production.
Sounds like the Cube.
Right. Warehouse.
Yep.
I'm can't really give out the address and stuff.
No, that's fine. No, but
it's a mad warehouse and stuff.
Do you receive the address in the mail like the day before?
Were there. So Massive was live streaming almost every week, and so I played there a few times, and they were trying to get everyone in. And so if you've seen the quality on those live streams, it will be like that.
Okay, beautiful.
18-6, Queensland in front.
Huh?
18-6, Queensland in front.
Oh,
The boys.
Thanks for that, Ken.
Listen, we'll let you get back to the footy, and yeah, we'll speak to you soon. So much
Thank
love from
you.
everybody
Thanks
that's
heaps, Jamie.
watching from to you. So
Thank
cool.
you.
Thanks for
See
getting
you
on the
later.
MK and Bosse show. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Ciao. Thanks, Jay. Bye. What a funny girl. And she's done
Loves
a
her
lot of
music.
amazing things, actually. Yeah, she loves the music.
Loves it.
Yeah, she's very passionate about very expressive. You know, she's a creative, expressive person. Listen, mate, anything lastly that you want to do? We're going to wrap the show up.
Well, I think we covered it all. We've we've had 2 great interviews, and
thank you, Alex. Yeah, really cool.
we're going to have to put all the links up in the show notes and stuff about all that. I think we'll get onto that.
Definitely, for sure. Cool. So next week, guys, we will see you Wednesday, 8 p.m. Thank you very much for Derek Telekinesis. I hope I said that right. Or Telekinesis.
Tell you
I'm
what,
gonna
you've
say,
done
Nick,
pretty good.
if you want to jump on and just say hello, you're welcome to, mate.
G'day, boys.
Hey, the man behind the buttons. How are you, mate?
I've had so many versions of the name. It's not funny.
No.
I think Telemucus was one of them.
Yeah,
as well.
I was just playing with that. I got it right the first time.
I say Teletubbies
Telemecus.
because it's a lot easier to pronounce.
Teletubby, I've had that one as well. Telekinesis.
Yeah, but listen, thank you for
Telesaurus.
filling in on the show and doing all the video production behind it for us. We really
Yes.
appreciate it.
Good.
Yeah.
It's
So
not easy to get your head around
anything
at the
else?
start.
Bosse, you go, mate.
I was just saying, it's not easy to get your head around all those buttons.
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
You had an hour and a half crash course, and
So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to play do a quick share screen. This is the outro from the yacht party from Hot Since '82. It's live from a pirate ship in Ibiza and or Ibiza, depending on how you'd like to say it. And then we will roll the credits. And I will tell Derek how to do that via chat. While this goes, check this out, people. Ready when you are. Thanks very much, guys.
don't know what more to say. Hey, you, what's the delay inside? Cause I just can't envision it. You pretend people can see who you are, claim to be inside, but you just can't envision it. All my friends say he's a fool and promise that you're cool inside, but you just can't envision it. Maybe one day you'll be brave and trust your life and say to them, you just can't envision it. Can't envision it. Can't envision it. Can't envision it. Can't
It looks like, and like 10 years ago, what they call rock and roll is kind of a blending of those two forms. And I guess what's happening now is that rock is kind of dying out, and everyone's going back to the roots again. Some are going back into country, and some are going back into basic.
One, two, one, two.
Yo.
I don't need to turn it. And we're just going live on Facebook. Well done, guys. That was fucking excellent.